what you have to be doing. Okay, what you should be doing is what feels good in your body. What you should be doing is what resonates with you. So even if that's a little bit different than what I'm cueing, that's fine. You don't have to impress me. You don't have to be doing the same thing as everyone else. You just have to do the hardest part, which you've already done, which is show up and give yourself a half hour of time to sit with yourself, to be in your body, to feel into your body, to be with your breath. So we'll start with just a little bit of stretching, a little bit of gentle movement. You can do this seated in a chair. You can do it on a mat or on the ground. It's kind of totally up to you as to what's most comfortable. I'm currently in a chair. And we're just going to start by slackening the jaw. This is a place where a lot of us hold some tension. So maybe you chew like a camel, or maybe you shake it a little bit, or you can stretch it with the opposite hand in one direction. In the other direction, you can yawn to stretch the jaw. That can feel really great because you're also taking in a little more extra air as you do that. And some people like to massage the temples because this is an area like the shoulders, like the hands, sometimes like the hips, where we put some of our emotion, some of our tension, and then we just dump it there. And then we don't always move with it or process it or get it out. So, all right, once you feel like your jaw is in a good place, if your tongue gets stuck to the roof of your mouth, you can politely ask it to relax. It's also a muscle, and put in the bottom jaw. And then we'll just do some seated cat-cows. So if you've not done this, I like to put my hands on the thighs, and then we'll round the spine into our Halloween cat and pull the sternum through the shoulders and look up towards the ceiling into our cow. So exhaling as we go into our cat pose. These can be as big or as small as you like. And inhaling forward into our cow pose. And again, you can do these fast if you want to do them fast. You can do them slow if you want to do them slow. And every day is a new day, and we need to respect our bodies with, even if we did something amazing yesterday, today might be a day to take a rest. Or maybe yesterday was a day where we really needed to be gentle with ourselves, and today we're feeling more energy. And that is a really good lesson that many of us, myself included, need to learn over and over and over again. All right, and then the next time you're in your cow position with your head tipped up towards the ceiling, we're gonna open the arms and really feel this heart opener. And if this feels unstable, you can always put the hands on the hips instead, bringing the shoulder blades together, looking up. Maybe you gently close the teeth together to feel that stretch down the front side of the neck. And then we'll slowly come out of this and tip the head down. And if you like, you can interlace the fingertips and gently sit them on top of the head, lowering the shoulders down, tucking the chin to the chest, and feeling a nice stretch down the back of the neck, maybe into the upper back, maybe into the shoulders. You can gently let the hands come back to the lap and shake it out or wiggle or do whatever feels good. And then we'll come into the shoulders, doing a few shoulder circles in one direction and then the other direction. And you can do these two together, or some people like to do them one at a time, like you're swimming. Doesn't really matter, just as long as you go both ways and as long as it feels good in your body. And then we'll bring the shoulders up towards the ears and hold them there. And you can add some tension in your fists if that feels good. And then we're going to let it all go with a big sigh. And feel the difference between having a tense body and having a relaxed body. And we'll do that again, deliberately bringing some tension into the shoulders, maybe into the hands, maybe pressing your feet into the ground, and let it all go with the sigh. And then if there's any other movement that would feel good in your body, maybe some hip circles or some twisting or some stuff with the wrists, whatever would feel good to you, this is a good opportunity to do that. Because then we're going to sit in pretty still and pretty quiet for a little bit. So it's nice to get whatever movement that is rumbling around out so that we can feel our most calm and our most still. So when you're ready, again, take your time. You can close your eyes if that feels good. Or if that's not accessible today, no worries. You can lower your gaze, look at one little point of focus so that we can start going inward. And as we go inward, we'll feel the ground beneath us, maybe beneath our feet, beneath our seat, and let it hold you. Feeling the air temperature in the room, acknowledging any sensations that you have either on your body, maybe your clothes touching your skin, maybe the air temperature in the room, or maybe you have internal feelings or sensations. It's okay if the mind is agitated. It's okay if you have something that happened to you earlier today that's still rattling around in your brain. These are all welcome. The goal is not to get rid of our thoughts. The goal is to sit with the thoughts and to not follow them, not chase them down the rabbit hole, not get carried away with them. If you'd like to set an intention, this is a great time to do it. It's nice to set an intention as a positive I am statement. So if you're getting back into the swing of things in the new year, thinking about, okay, how do I want to behave and act and do? What would be a word that could sum that up? And the first thing that comes to mind is usually the right thing. So, I am self-compassionate. I am healthy. I am taking care of myself and others. I am happy. I am taking at my own pace. Whatever it is, send it out into the universe. Let the universe conspire to help make it so. And we'll do a little bit of mantra work. So inhaling, I am, and exhaling, whatever that intention is for your practice. And feel free to take one of mine if one of those resonates. Inhaling, I am, and exhaling your intention. And then one more like that in your own time. Letting go of the mantra and feeling the cold air coming into the nose. Maybe you can feel it in the back of the sinuses coming down the throat. Feeling the warm air leaving the nose. And just observing, where is the breath the most prominent for you today? It could be in the chest as the chest rises and falls. It could be in the ribs as the ribs expand and contract. Or maybe it's in the belly, letting the belly rise on the inhale and sink on the exhale. And just take a moment to observe, what is the quality of this breath? There's no right or wrong. We're using a neutral mind, a self-compassionate mind. You're right where you need to be. Everything's unfolding in good time. And then we're going to work into a 3-part breath with a breath hold. And so if at any point this becomes uncomfortable, you can come back to right where you are. This gentle in, gentle out, observing the breath. But if you want to try the retention, we're going to inhale a third and hold for 5 seconds. Inhale again for second, third, hold for 5 seconds. Inhale all the way up, hold it at the top, and then exhale slowly and hold the breath out at the bottom. So here we go. Inhale a third and hold. Inhale and hold. Inhale all the way up and hold. And a long, slow exhale. And then hold the breath out until you feel that bit of air hunger, that urge to breathe. And then start the pattern again. Inhaling a third, hold. A third, hold. A third, hold. And a long, slow exhale. And the trick here is doing this breathing pattern without feeling stress or tension. If there's this hunger for air, maybe the holds need to be a tiny bit shorter. Take your time. We'll do one more like this. Inhaling and hold. Inhaling and hold. Inhaling all the way full and hold. And then exhale slowly, holding the breath out for as long as you can, as long as feels comfortable. And when you feel the urge to breathe, gently in through the nose, out through the nose, letting the breath return to normal and observing how you feel. Maybe the heartbeat has raised, that's fine. Maybe you've inadvertently added some tension to the body, so check in with your shoulders, check in with your hips, see if you can let that go if that's happened to you. Check in with your jaw. And check in with your position. Are you still comfortable? Is there anything you could do to make yourself a little more comfortable? And if so, slowly adjust or move to give yourself that extra percentage or two. Feeling the floor beneath your feet, feeling the chair beneath your seat. Watching the air come in and the air go out. And maybe you bring back that mantra. Inhaling, I am. And exhaling your intention. Inhaling, I am. And exhaling what it is you want most in your heart of hearts, as if it's already happened. Inhaling, I am. And exhaling whatever that intention is. And then we can let go of the mantra again. We know we already have two objects of meditation. We have the breath that we worked on. We have this mantra that we worked on. And now I'm going to introduce following the thoughts. This can be a tricky one. We know that the thoughts will happen. We know that the thoughts will come, even to very, very experienced meditators. even meditators who know they can use the breath, who know they can use mantra. And one of the things we can use as an object of meditation are the thoughts themselves. So as you're sitting, maybe a thought will pop into your brain. Maybe the thought will be a pleasant thought, a thought you would like to have, or maybe it's a worried thought or an unpleasant thought. Either way, we're going to look at it as if we are excavating the thought, as if it doesn't belong to us. Asking yourself, oh, what is the thought saying? Asking yourself, is this thought true? Asking yourself, have I thought this thought before? Research shows that most of our thoughts come in cycles, in patterns, that we think some of the same things over and over, and they get fused into our brain. They become these schemas, these default ways of operating. And when we can notice the thoughts, identify the thoughts, and identify whether this is a rumination, a thought that keeps coming back and back and back, it's easier to break those patterns so that we can have more of the thoughts we enjoy thinking and fewer of the thoughts that cause us distress. So ask yourself, is there anything I can do about this thought? Sometimes there's an action to take and you can write it down or take the action and then the thought can lessen or be less severe. Other times we're thinking a thought and we can't have any control over it. And so in that case, there's not a lot to do but try to let go of it and try to let it pass through the brain as if it's a little boat on a river or a little cloud in the sky, or like it's a balloon on a string, and you just lighten your grip a little bit so that the balloon sails away and it's no longer yours to hang on to. So if any of those metaphors resonate for letting go of thoughts that are running through the brain, feel free to borrow them. And then come back into the body. So it's fine to keep noticing what the thoughts are. That's the meditation, right? That's the act of mindfulness. It's not having no thoughts. It's being conscious. Oh, I'm having a thought. I'm not going to cling to it. I'm going to let it pass on. So coming back into your body, we'll end with the body scan. So starting with the right hand, just gently rest your attention on each body part as I mention it. And if you can't feel directly into that body part, that's okay. You can just think about it or repeat the name of the body part. There's no real right or wrong way to do this either. So we'll think about the right thumb and the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Thinking about the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, and then thinking about the right wrist and the lower right arm, the elbow, and then moving that attention up the arm to the bicep and the tricep, to the armpit and to the shoulder. And then from the shoulder, moving into the back body. So the right shoulder blade and the nape of the neck, the left shoulder blade, and that middle of the back. Maybe you can breathe into the back and feel those ribs 360 degrees swelling and shrinking on the inhales and the exhales. And then walking your attention down the spine, all the way, bit by bit, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to the tailbone. Feeling your spine getting a tiny bit taller, maybe imperceptibly on the inhale. And then rooting down through the sits bones, letting the earth hold you on the exhales. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to be grounded. And then coming back up the sternum, the belly, the front of the body, the rib cage, all the way up to the heart, breathing into the heart, and then up to the throat center, and then over to the left shoulder, and down the left bicep and tricep, the left armpit, the left elbow, the left lower arm, the left palm of the hand and the back of the hand, and then all 5 fingers, the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky finger. Feeling both hands together, feeling both arms together, feeling your whole torso from the waist to the neck, and then bringing the attention to the chin, to the lips, to the inside of the mouth, the tongue, and the teeth, to the nose, letting the eyes be heavy in their sockets, letting the brows unfurl, bringing the attention to the right ear and the left ear, to the forehead, walking your way up to the top of the head, to the back of the skull, back down to the nape of the neck. Once again, tracing the spine down to the tailbone, moving into the right hip, the right thigh, the right knee, the right calf and shin, the right ankle, the right foot, heel of the foot, the sole of the foot, and all 5 toes. And then coming back to the ankle, to the knee, to the hip, and across over to the left side. Placing attention on the left thigh, the left knee, the left shin and calf, the left ankle, the left heel and the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, and all 5 toes. I invite you to take a big inhale and let it all out. Slowly bringing some movement back into your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thanks for practicing with me today.